Every morning, a young waitress helped an elderly woman without expecting anything in return. No cameras, no applause, just pure kindness. But one ordinary day, everything changed. 4 bodyguards walked into the café, followed by lawyers. And in that moment, a simple act of compassion turned into a life-changing revelation. This is not just a story about money. This is a story about the power of kindness and how it always finds its way back. Every morning, a young waitress helped an elderly woman without expecting anything in return. No cameras, no applause, just pure kindness. But one ordinary day, everything changed. 4 bodyguards walked into the cafe, followed by lawyers. And in that moment, a simple act of compassion turned into a life-changing revelation. This is not just a story about money. This is a story about the power of kindness and how it always finds its way back. One morning, the old woman drops her spoon while trying to eat. Before anyone else reacts, the waitress rushes over, kneels down, and gently picks it up. She replaces it with a clean one and smiles as if nothing happened. No judgment, no impatience, just kindness. From that day on, the waitress begins helping her more, carrying her tray, refilling her water, walking slower beside her. These acts are small, almost unnoticeable, but they mean everything to someone who has been ignored for years. The waitress never expects thanks. She never tells anyone. She doesn't even think twice about it. To her, kindness is not a performance, it's instinct. What she doesn't realize is that this ordinary kindness is quietly becoming something extraordinary. As days pass, the waitress notices something else. The old woman carefully counts coins before ordering, sometimes removing items in embarrassment. One morning, she whispers that she can't afford the full meal. The waitress pauses for just a second, then smiles and says, "Don't worry, it's taken care of." She brings the full meal anyway. The old woman looks up, shocked, her eyes filling with tears. She says nothing, just nods. That silence speaks louder than words. The waitress doesn't know the woman's story, but she understands struggle. And that understanding pushes her to give even when she herself has very little. Over time, a quiet bond forms between them. Short conversations turn into familiar comfort. They talk about weather, life, and memories. The old woman listens closely when the waitress speaks about her dreams she feels slipping away. The woman never interrupts, never offers solutions. She just listens, observes, learns. The waitress feels seen, maybe for the first time in a long while. She doesn't realize that every word, every action, every moment of patience is being carefully remembered. This is no longer just kindness. It's a reflection of who she truly is when no one is watching. Then one morning, something feels different. The cafe doors open, and 4 men in dark suits walk in. Their presence is heavy, commanding instant silence. Behind them follow 2 lawyers holding documents. Customers stop eating. Conversations freeze. The waitress feels her heart drop. Then she sees the elderly woman enter behind them, walking confidently, standing tall. The men pull out her chair respectfully. The lawyers wait nearby. Shock fills the room. The waitress stands frozen, confused and afraid. Has she done something wrong? Why are they here? The ordinary morning has suddenly turned into something no one expected. The old woman looks at the waitress and gently asks her to come closer. Her voice is calm, but powerful. She explains that she is not poor, not helpless, and not ordinary. She is a wealthy businesswoman, known and respected. She says she comes to places like this to see how people treat someone who appears to have nothing. Many ignored her. Some were rude. A few were cruel. But one person, this waitress, treated her with dignity every single day. The room is silent. The waitress's hands tremble as realization sets in. The old woman explains that this was never about money. It was about character. She says kindness without expectation is the rarest trait in the world. The waitress helped her even when she was tired, stressed, and struggling herself. No reward. No recognition, just compassion. The waitress tries to speak, but words fail her. Tears roll down her face. The old woman smiles and says, "People like you restore my faith in humanity." The lawyers step forward. Documents are presented. The old woman announces she has decided to change the waitress's life, not as charity, but as gratitude. A fully paid education. A new apartment. Financial security. Gasps fill the café. The waitress collapses into tears, overwhelmed. She never asked for this. She never imagined it. All she ever did was help an old woman every morning. The old woman turns to the café and speaks loudly now. She says true wealth is revealed in how we treat those who can offer us nothing. The room is filled with shame, reflection, and silence. The waitress stands there, shaking, realizing that her smallest actions changed everything. That café will never forget that morning, and neither will the waitress. Her life changes forever, not because she chased wealth, but because she chose kindness. And that is the true miracle. Acts of kindness never disappear. They return when you least expect them. This story reminds us that true kindness doesn't look for rewards, it creates them. A simple act, done quietly every day, changed a life forever. If this story touched your heart, remember to like, share, and subscribe to Miracles of Kindness, where real compassion becomes powerful stories. Until next time, choose kindness, because you never know whose life you're changing.